There's no reasonable or acceptable explanation for why the FBI stonewalled the committee for so long. In fact, it's taken so long to get this case filed, many of those members at the field on that fateful day are no longer in Congress. Today, the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence released an oversight report based on the case file provided to the committee by Director Patel. The committee reviewed, based on FBI's records, both investigative actions taken and intelligence analysis conducted in support of FBI's conclusions on that premeditated, planned shooting targeting Republican members of Congress at Eugene Simpson Field in Alexandria, Virginia. Our report lays out that the FBI investigation was inconsistent with proper procedures and was supported by flawed intelligence analysis. Its conclusions failed to follow the facts as it reached an unsupported conclusion without completing even the most basic of investigative activities. Subsequently, under pressure from Congress and when aligned with new policy, the Bureau changed its conclusions, though it did not offer any new information, and was continued to be an incomplete investigative action. Analytic integrity and objectivity of the intelligence community, which is required by law, has been far too often thrown aside in high-profile events. Unfortunately, the committee's review found this case was no different. Through our oversight review, we found that the FBI prematurely declared the case to be, quote, suicide by cop, misconstruing information, misleading the public, and misrepresenting the facts. The FBI then spent 4 years guarding those determinations by obstructing congressional oversight. I will let Mr. Jackson share details of the report, but I will say it's unacceptable and alarming that the FBI would approach any investigation within its purview with this complete disregard and lack of investigative integrity. As I've said before, my tenure as chairman of the House Intelligence Committee will be marked by rigorous oversight of the IC to address the significant degradation of the intelligence community's investigative and analytic integrity. There have been far too many instances of failure to document the facts and present a conclusion that is unclouded by personal, political, or institutional bias. The House Intelligence Committee will continue to hold the IC accountable for the omission or suppression of key information in some assessments and the far too prevalent failure to respond to congressional oversight. Simply said, this boils down to the fact that Americans and their elected leaders need to be able to trust the IC. It's a national security imperative, and I'm hopeful that Director Patel's transparency with the committee bodes well that the administration intends to work with Congress to correct the failures and rebuild an IC that the American people can trust. Thank you, Chairman Jordan, for your partnership in overseeing the operations and activities of the FBI. I want to now hand it over to HPSI Oversight and Investigation Chairman, Dr. Ronnie Jackson.